When talking about defenders back then, what comes to our mind is either this, or this, or even this. Well, time seems to be changing because what we get now is this, or this, and even this.
Oh, just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding.
But defending done with a mix of calmness, composure, and a bit of football IQ, then it becomes art. If I were to make a list of top 5 centre back of all time, well, will Van Dijk be on there? Probably not, and we might share the same reason on why he's in on there. Because we've seen a lot of great centre backs over the years, such as Puyol, Cannavaro, we look at Maldini, Ramos, Vidic, and the list continues. And finding a spot for Van Dijk on them might be tough, but looking at what he has been able to accomplish since coming into the limelight has been ridiculous. During the entirety of the video, we'll take a look at not only what he accomplished as a defender since 2025, but also his impact at Liverpool and how he made it to the top. I've made closed captioning available, so please feel free to use it if you wish. Also, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video. The aim is 10 likes on this one, so let's get straight back into the video. Before looking at where he ranks as a defender, let's take a quick look at how he even got into this conversation. Starting his professional career at the age of 19 with Groningen, Van Dijk's journey to the top was never the smoothest, as by the age of 20, he suffered a career-ending illness called periodontitis, which got so bad that the hospital told him to write a will to his family in case he passed on. But he eventually recovered and he returned the following season, playing 31 of 34 league games for Groningen, missing only 3 on suspension. Following that season, he sort of outgrew the club, so he was later offered to top Dutch clubs including champions Ajax, who later decided not to sign him. But he left that all behind him and he went on to join Celtic in June of 2013 for £2.6 million. His time in Celtic was more about development by gaining massive game time and also having to prove himself after being ignored by Dutch clubs. Proving yourself in a league that has been dominated by 2 teams shouldn't be too hard, right? Of course it wasn't. Van Dijk absolutely dominated the defense. He lived up to the expectations as he defended flawlessly, showing composure under pressure and unafraid to make tackles. His attacking side was also in display, from scoring headers to sensational solo run from his own half and to taking and even scoring free kicks. Wow, I'm not sure we'll see him take another one of those soon. We can say Van Dijk's 2 seasons at Celtic was a success story, because with him, Celtic set the domestic record for the most clean sheets, won the league in both seasons, the Scottish League Cup, and was named the Players' Player of the Year. But amidst his beautiful display in the league, Celtic were constantly getting battered in the Champions League, from losing to AC Milan, Ajax, and eventually suffering the largest defeat of his career to the MSN trio, losing 6-1 to Barcelona. Also, by this stage of his career at 24, he still hasn't featured for his national team Netherlands, so it was time for him to make a move to a league where he could possibly be seen more and prove he could perform on a bigger stage. Then fast forward to 2015, he made a move to Southampton for a sum of £13 million.
Welcome to Southampton. Why did you feel that this was the right club for you?
He immediately made his way into the starting 11 and he played in every single minute from when he joined. Till today, his first season at Southampton remains the best stat-wise, as he recorded an average of 7.56. This season saw Southampton finish in 6th, which is their highest ever league finish since returning to the Premier League in 2012. The 2016-2017 season started off so hot for Van Dijk, and he was easily one of the top performing centre backs in the league before he eventually got injured in January. Unfortunately, this was an injury that saw him miss the remainder of the season. Following the 2016-2017 season, Van Dijk was easily the most wanted defender in the league, with Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool looking to secure his signature. Man City offered him £200,000 per week, then Liverpool also matching that offer. Man City eventually left the race as they deemed him too expensive for what Southampton was asking for. This got Van Dijk a bit frustrated as to the fact that bigger clubs wanted him, but Southampton were holding him back by asking for too much from these clubs. I kind of understand where Southampton were coming from, because since 2014, Liverpool signed their best players. We look at Mane, Lallana, Lovren, Klein, and now they want Van Dijk. But regardless, Van Dijk went on to write a 3-page statement about his current situation and he eventually requested a transfer out of the club. Fast forward to January 1st, 2017, as we were all celebrating the start of a new year. A picture of Van Dijk holding a Liverpool shirt began to circulate the internet. Unknowing to a lot, this was the start of a new era at Liverpool. Liverpool just signed Virgil Van Dijk for £75 million, becoming the most expensive defender ever. Well, up until
Harry Maguire!
Although this transfer brought a bit of controversy, as Southampton saw it as illegal because club did everything possible to push for him, even to sending in personal secret video messages convincing him to join his club. Wait, huh? To be fair, looking back at it now, was it worth it? Yes, very much, because bringing Van Dijk into the Liverpool side was club's final piece of the puzzle. Now, with league experience under his belt at Southampton, the transition into Liverpool's team was seamless. Scoring the winner on his debut against Everton in the Merseyside derby got fans excited and rivals worried about what was coming. Looking at Liverpool's start in the 2017-2018 season, before Van Dijk joined in January, Liverpool conceded a total of 39 goals in all competitions. Then, from when he joined to the end of the season, they only conceded 24 goals, which is about a 38% decrease in goals conceded. Now, that's what you call impact. Van Dijk's presence in the defense brought more calmness, composure, and overall stability in the team, which was something we barely saw in Liverpool. Plus, with him in defense, he always seemed to make his centre-back pairing much better. Let's take a look at Joe Gomez in the 2017-2018 season, recording an average rating of 7.11. We also take a look at Joe Matip in the 2021-2022 season, averaging a career high of 7.35. If we also compare the 2019-2020 season to the 2020-2021 season, where Van Dijk unfortunately missed about the whole season, looking at the defensive numbers from both seasons, we can see Liverpool had more clean sheets, less goals conceded, and less error leading to goals. Aside the defensive impact he brought into the team, we can also take a look at the attacking side of things. With Van Dijk's reliability and his consistency in defense, he gave the fullbacks Trent and Robertson more freedom to operate deeper in the opposition half and also to be involved in the attack. Of course, over the years, we've seen that become a huge source of Liverpool's goals. Another attacking aspect he brought into the team was his long balls over the defense. This was always a threat to opposition as he forced their line back, allowing for Liverpool's attackers to then move further forward and eventually bringing in goals. We saw that spectacular long passing in display in the Champions League against Bayern in the 2018-2019 season. This was also the year Liverpool went on to win the Champions League against Tottenham. After a spectacular 2018-2019 season, the accolades and the massive recognition started to roll in, winning the UEFA Player of the Year, and coming second in the Best FIFA Men's Player Award and the Ballon d'Or voting. Also becoming the first defender to finish in the top 3 voting since Cannavaro won the award in 2006. Also, discussions like this started to come in.
Virgil van Dijk is the best centre-back on the planet right now, easy.
Yeah, I go further. I think he's the best centre-half of all time. Yeah, I just don't.
Now, this is where people have a problem. Because if we look at it, Van Dijk really came into the light as a top centre-back in 2017. Until now, that is 5 years. Well, he basically missed the 2020-21 season due to injury. So let's say 4 years of consistently playing at a top level. And is there enough time to put him in the discussion for the best centre-back of all time? Well, definitely not. Let's take a look at some other centre-backs that can be involved in this conversation. Looking at Ramos, he has had 10 seasons where he had over a 7.0 rating in the league. Thiago Silva with 11 years of playing consistently for Chelsea and PSG. And we look at Chiellini with 9 years of playing consistently. I'm not saying these guys were better than Van Dijk in their prime, but they've been playing consistently in the top league for years. In my opinion, if we see Van Dijk continue to perform at the same level we've seen him for another 3 to 4 years, then he has a really strong argument for the best centre-back of all time. And looking into his national team career, well, I don't think we can say much about it if we're being honest. Although he has had massive performances, scored a couple goals against big European countries, and after 46 appearances and no trophy, his international resume definitely isn't the greatest for the best centre-back in the world. Van Dijk only received his first Netherlands call-up on the 10th of October 2015, and at this time he was already 24. Pretty late because looking at it, a lot of players already have been an integral part of the national team even before turning 24. We look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo played for Portugal in the year 2004 at the age of 19. Neymar playing for Brazil in the Copa America at the age of 19. Saka featured for England in the Euro 2020 at the age of 19. And Sergio Ramos got called up for the 2006 World Cup with Spain at the age of 20. And many more. Ever since Van Dijk made his debut for Netherlands, the only major impact he has had was helping them qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar by winning 7 of the 10 qualifying group stage games, drawing 2 and losing only 1. Another impact we can say he has had was his massive role in leading Netherlands to the Nations League final, where they eventually lost to Portugal in the final. To be honest, I honestly believe this tournament doesn't count for much. But for a nation that was once ranked as the second best in the world in 2010, having failed to qualify for the Euro 2016 and the 2018 World Cup was definitely a huge thing to their name. So going into the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, a lot is going to be at stake for Van Dijk as he will captain his national team for their first World Cup appearance since coming third in the 2014 World Cup. In conclusion, there is no doubt that Van Dijk is arguably the best centre back right now. He has won everything possible at club level, including the Champions League, the league at both Liverpool and Celtic, the FA Cup and many local trophies around Europe. But to be in an argument for the best centre back of all time, the next 3 to 4 years has to be very big for him at the club level, but most importantly, the international level. So what's your opinion? Do you think Van Dijk will go down as the best centre back of all time by the end of his career? I personally think he will, if Netherlands somehow make it to the finals of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, and also if he keeps performing consistently at a high level for the next 3 to 4 years. Leave a comment below for who you would name as your top 3 centre backs of all time. Personally, I'll say Sergio Ramos, Vidic and Puyol, because I've learned a couple things from their game, especially Puyol's leadership for Spain and Barcelona. But yeah, we've come to the end of the video, so be sure to check out other videos on the channel. Help us get to 300 subscribers, and thank you so much for everybody new that has subscribed recently. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.